I know that many of you can see this. This is a huge problem that we are facing in this country. But before we get started, I would like to welcome everybody back to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, also known as a family member, and I would like to, for the first time, welcome any new family members, aka subscribers, because on this channel, every single subscriber is very important because you're not subscribers, you are family members. And on this channel right here, we are pushing Old Testament only. This is a biblical channel, although we talk about a myriad of things. Because believe it or not, family, all things are biblical. Believe it or not. And if this is your first time on this channel, I would like to officially welcome you. I am your brother, Mr. Real Talk, and this is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. We're going to be talking about 304 culture. That is the headline of the day, not just today. That is the headline of America. America has become consumed with 304 culture. Now, I'm sure some of you out there know what a 304 is. If you know what a 304 is, go in the comments section and let us know, for those of us who might not know what a 304 is. Because understand this, family. As I told you at the beginning of this video, this is a biblical channel. And the brothers and sisters, the subscribers, aka the family members on this channel, we come from all different kinds of walks of life. We're all over the world, and we come from many different backgrounds. And there is no coincidence that you clicked on this video, whether you are a returning family member or a first-time family member on this channel. We are on a mission to 10,000 subscribers, aka family members. And if you find value in this video, I ask that you would subscribe after you watch, or you can subscribe right now and definitely hit the like button. 304 culture is the story of a lifetime. It's the headlining story. Press release. I want you to pay attention, family. And I want you to watch the images that you're seeing on the screen. And I want you to be honest with yourself. Because see, here's the thing. You can lie all you want. A great part of communication is non-verbal. As you are watching the image or the images you see throughout this video, I want you to be honest with yourself. Now, the question is, are you capable of facing reality? Can you be honest with yourself about these images that you're seeing right now? And if you say honest about what, I want to know who's honest enough out there to go in the comment section and tell me the first thing that comes to your mind when you see these images. Are you honest enough? Can you be honest? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you see images like this? Are you honest enough to put it in the comment section? Or would you just like to kindly, gently act like you didn't see this video? Maybe you don't want to hit the like button. Maybe you don't want to comment in the comment section the first thing that comes to your mind when you see images like these. Because you know what you're thinking. And you know what you're thinking is true. You are correct. But you also know that 304 culture runs America. Now, I can't speak for outside of the country, although I can, but many people won't accept what I have to say for numerous reasons. And I get that. You'll say things like, hey, you live in America, you don't know what's going on over there or over here or over there. That's what some of you would say. One thing I do understand is human nature. And I know a little bit about human nature, men and women, human beings and animals. And one thing that I do know about is 304 culture, because it runs America, and I live in America. And I'm going to go a step further to say 304 culture runs the world. Many people are not going to like this video. They don't want to deal with this. The so-called black people, so-called Negroes here in America, believe it or not, we set the tone of fashion and trend, believe it or not. And I know a lot of people not going to like that. They're going to say, no way, no way. I'm dealing with facts. The black Americans here in America set the tone for trend and fashion all over the world. Why do you think all these nations and all these nationalities want to be rappers? They get that from you, black Americans. You are the rapper. Everybody else around the world wants to be rappers now. In every country, every language. The so-called black man sags their pants, sags their jeans. Everybody around the world want to sag their pants and sag their jeans. So-called black man start wearing skin-tight pants, skinny jeans. Everybody around the world wants to wear skinny jeans. You see what I'm saying? Even in our lowest state, when we were at our lowest vibration, people want to copy us. They do copy us. This is a fact. And when it comes to America, that culture, for the men, it would be thug culture. That's the man side of the equation. Thug culture, gangsterisms, thugisms, street life. And on the female side, there's 304isms, whoreisms. They want to turn every woman into a 304. And I'm telling you, the point that we're at now, it's way beyond out of control, and it will not be repaired. Okay? I'm not going to sell you no dream like many of you want to be sold. This is a problem and it will not be repaired. Because the only thing that matters in 304 culture is being a 304. How much attention can you get? Attention is currency. And this world is a very lustful world. Older women, younger women are modeling themselves after professional 304s. You see a lot of these images. Women wearing skin-tight clothing, very revealing. A lot of women are showing you their buttocks, their gluteus maximus. They are maximizing their glutes for revenue, for views, for likes. 304 culture permeates every part of the day and night. It is acceptable to be a 304, to come on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, with your camel toe facing the camera, front and center. It is perfectly acceptable to come on YouTube videos, TikTok, Instagram, and show the very skin-tight outline of your birth canal. How are they showing this and not calling it X-rated film? And you know what's so crazy? YouTube will strike my video. They will hide this video, but they don't hide the videos of the women out here putting their camel toe in their birth canal front and center so that you can see every shape and contour of their birth canal. They let them show that, and they get thousands, hundreds of thousands of views. I can't even talk about it. If I talk about it like I'm doing right now, I would be shocked if this video gets, 10, 15 views? I would be shocked. You know why? Because 304 culture pays all of America. Do you notice every time you go on social media, and I'm telling you, it does not matter what your previous algorithm looks like. You can just start up a new account. Even if you don't be clicking on stuff like that, they're going to push these 304s in front of you. Is there anybody out there who knows what I'm talking about? Because right now I already know there's going to be a certain group of people who are going to come against this video for obvious reasons. They're going to tell me to shut up, mind my business. I'm player hating. I'm jealous. I'm all of this. That's what they'll say. But you know why they'll say that? Because nobody wants to deal with the pink elephant in the room that weighs 50,000 pounds. And he's pink, by the way. I know that was a poor elephant interpretation, but I tried. Nobody wants to face the pink elephant in the room. It weighs more than 50,000 pounds, not to mention it's in grandma's basement. And everybody wants to act like they don't see it. You go on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and you will be bombarded with 304s shaking their buttocks, twerking, or just taking still pics with their breast front and center. Or how about one of my favorite ones, when they take the picture with their buttocks, with their cheeks facing the camera. Those are what you call 304 pictures. Those are working girl pictures. Many of you don't even realize there's a whole nother world operating, and I really wouldn't even say it's operating beneath the surface. This is front and center. Part of this is front and center, and then you got the more diabolical parts that's underlying, but they advertise front and center. What you are looking at is an open house meat market. You're looking at their wares. These 304s are advertising their wares. And like I said, I know this video is going to get minimum views. And it probably will be somebody on here talking crazy for obvious reasons. Okay. But I'm letting it be known right now. Whoever comes in the comment talking crazy, I'm not going to delete your comment. I'm not going to delete your comment. It's going to stay right there so that everybody can see it. Okay? Because whoever wants to come against what I'm saying, you're going to be doing it for obvious reasons. It won't be hard to see why either. It won't be hard to see why 304 culture runs the world. You can go on Facebook right now and find many of your timelines flooded with 304s taking the working girl pose. What's the working girl pose? When they got the cheeks facing the camera, their gluteus maximus in the camera, letting you know what you can have. Oh yeah, it goes down in the inboxes. The only thing is, most of y'all, you're going to ignore this. It's at a point right now, I don't know how anybody can ignore this 304 culture. Older women, younger women, they have been ruined by 304 culture. 304 culture. And they are continuing to mass perpetuate this, wanting to be bad bees and I'm all about my bag. I'm getting to the bag. If you could see some of these older women's and younger women's inboxes, you'd be surprised. It's no way to deny these are working girl pictures. These are the pictures that women will post when they are selling their wares. And they want to let you know what you're going to get. When you send them that cash app, you're going to get X, Y, Z. And here's a picture right here to show you what you're going to get, buddy. Younger ones, older ones, it's all about attention. And specifically, sexual attention. Every time you go online, you're going to see multiple 304s. Zero talent. A lot of these videos, they don't even have to say anything. These 304s just come on here and start wiggling and jiggling. And these videos get thousands of likes. I mean, it's a shame. And then you have so-called decent women, respectable women out here. They will say, I'm not a 304. I'm not like that. But they will come and take up for 304s. Make no mistake about it. These women that you see on here, younger ones, these older ones, these women are 304s. And see, it'll be obvious. Of course, they're not going to admit it. Why would they have to? They're admitting it with these pictures. They're admitting it with these videos. They're admitting it with their inboxes. And society is accepting this because it benefits greatly. It keeps women in delusion. It keeps women in delusion, okay? Which is what society needs to operate. The way that they want society to continue to operate, they're making these women think that they're being empowered by being a 304. Showing your body, showing your breast, showing your gluteus maximus. Is that all you have to offer? I'm going to tell you right now, for 304s, the answer is yes. That's why they lead with their birth canal. That's why so many pictures and videos all over social media with women thrusting their birth canals into the camera, wearing jeans that look like they've been painted on. So many ridiculous videos. These 304s are not even talking, just wiggling and jiggling. Videos getting thousands and thousands of views. How can you start off a video zooming in on your birth canal with your legs spread wide open, and this is not labeled as X-rated videos? It's on YouTube, TikTok, 304s, wherever they at, starting off the video with their legs wide open, zoomed in, while they wear skin-tight leggings, jeans, or whatever on their birth canal. And this is not an X-rated video. These videos getting thousands and thousands and thousands of views. These 304s are getting paid out here off these videos. You know that, right? YouTube accepts them into the partnership program because YouTube benefits off 304 culture. The whole world does. You know, the only people who don't benefit off of 304 culture is people who want to be decent human beings, which is not many of us. I'm telling you right now, I don't like 304 culture. And this video is going to get a low amount of views. Probably going to get a couple of 304s on here talking crazy for obvious reasons. And then here's the thing, watch for too. Watch for the women out there that claim I'm not like that, but they want to take up and defend women who are like that. I want you guys, brothers and sisters, to make a mental note of women like that, because you may see some of them here in the comment section. And just remember, when you see a woman here in the comment section, doesn't matter where they're from, who they are, they're taking up for this kind of behavior and giving the excuses. Well, it's only like this because it's like this, and only like, I don't want to hear none of that. You are a 304 defender. You're taking up for them. And you notice there's no shortage of women out here who claim they're not like that, but they want to be gung-ho in defending the women who are. Because that's another big part of 304 culture. Zero accountability. I'm telling you right now, these women on here, they're not going to take accountability for their actions. They're not going to take accountability for taking working girl pictures. These are working girl pictures that you've been looking at during this whole video. You can look into some of these 304's eyes, the younger ones and the older ones. Now, I would say some things right now, but they're a little too graphic. YouTube is already going to shadow ban this video more than likely. And if I was to go all the way in, this video would probably get canceled before it even gets uploaded. But you can look into the eyes of some of these 304s, older ones and younger ones. The eyes will tell you all you need to know. They've been sold a dream and they bought the dream. They think that promiscuity is independence. They think that promiscuity is somehow woman empowerment. 304 culture breeds lack of accountability. And I can tell you right now, the 304s online taking these pictures like this, they're not going to have accountability. Many of them are already selling their wares. And because many of you like to live in delusion and la la land, you would like to come out with all kind of theories of why I'm making this video right now. But you won't take accountability about what I'm saying being true. Older women, younger women have been completely destroyed and are perpetuating that same destruction. 304 culture, and it's not going to stop. It destabilizes a country. It destabilizes the family. Many older women have wrecked their families in favor of 304 culture. And I'm telling you right now, I've seen the end of the road for some of these 304s who were reportedly in their younger day, every man wanted them. They were the object desire of every man's lust out there. And that's what 304s want. They want your lust. They want your energy. They want your seed. Okay? Part of being a 304 is witchcraft. Using your gluteus maximus and your breasts and your looks and the nuances of being a 304. Oh, yeah. It's deep. They want your energy. They want your seed. This is heavy. And it will be very interesting to see what would happen if this society would have actually checked themselves, the men and the women. Men, if you were able to get a hold of your lust, because that's what 304s are using to run the whole world. Lust is an energy. It's a raging energy that knows no bound if it's not checked. Men, you got to start controlling your damn penis and stop leading with your penis. 304s know that all they got to do is arouse your penis. And then you're just a brainless meat sack at that point. Easily led astray, easily taken advantage of, easily controlled, kind of like Eve did Adam. Let's keep it real. You know, sex or the thought of sex had a role to play why Adam decided to follow Eve, because he knew what he was doing was wrong. They're not going to put that part in the Bible, though. You think they're going to put that in there? 304 culture has ransacked the world, and it will not be bouncing back. This is the end of the road. Some of you may say, oh no, brother, please, brother, this is too harsh. This is doom and gloom. Believe it or not, I'm actually taking it easy. This is actually a laid back video. Believe it or not, I could actually really go all the way in. But I actually want this video to see the day of light. And I'm just wondering how many crazy comments I might get on this video. And if the comments is too crazy, I probably won't even waste my time responding. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Because it'll be a good teaching moment. Anyone who's willing to take up for this, it'll show what kind of spirit that you actually are rolling in. Because this behavior has got to stop. Even though it's not going to stop, it's getting worse. And because older women, younger women, today, this world is ruled by lust. And women are controlling that. 304s. It's everywhere in the music, TV, all over social media. If you could check these inboxes, you would be shocked. If I would tell you some of the random messages I got in my inboxes from 304s on social media, offering their services to be rendered, you would think I'm making it up. I'm telling you, this is not just some Hollywood fantasy. This is the girl next door. Many of you, it's too painful for you to realize this for obvious reasons. Okay, you men out there, most men are out to lunch. Most men is just like a kite, a sexual kite. And their penis is the kite. They go wherever the wind blows. Most men out there, most men are brainless, spineless. They don't have a lick of sense. They're controlled by their lust. And most women understand that fully, and that's what they use. Because those are the tools that the Most High gave them, okay, to attract a man. He gave them a physical looks, but not to use them in this way, but because older women and younger women have been completely engulfed in 304 culture, and it's not going to stop. I repeat, it's only getting worse. And just watch how mad some of these older women and younger women get out here at the audacity of me to speak about it. These 304s are filled with the Jezebel spirit. And that's why they can't stop looking at their own gluteus maximus or their breast. They worship themselves. And they are looking for other men to do so as well, which many men have no problem doing that. You men ought to be ashamed of yourselves out there. Feeding the fan. You're feeding the fan of destruction. Now, I understand it's a biological attraction. I get it. But you got to gain control of your damn penis. You need to exercise dick discipline. And that's the best way I can put it, okay? We all grown over here. You know what the hell is going on. This has got to stop. You are empowering 304s and Jezebels, and they got the whole entire world by the short and curlies right now. How can you stop this? You just got to understand this. I told you this is a biblical channel, right? So everything gets looked at through a biblical lens because life is biblical. The majority of men and women, they're all going to perish. Men are going to perish for being led by their penises. And majority of our women are going to perish for being 304s. Many of our women out there are leading with their birth canal, leading with their gluteus maximus, leading with their breastises, leading with jumping in your inbox and offering sexual services. Now, what's crazy is how these videos, when these women doing these things, get thousands and thousands and thousands of views, and they get monetized. But a channel like mine, a video like this channel was supposed to be monetized, but YouTube is playing so many games. But I'm not tripping because I didn't start this channel to make money. But it should be making money because it's actually a monetized channel. But YouTube is playing so many games with it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because even when YouTube wasn't playing games with it, this channel is not making any money. I've yet to receive anything from this channel, contrary to what anybody might believe. And that's okay because I started this channel based off of love for my people. And we're in such a low state. The world is in such a low state. And whatever our people do, the world latches onto it. So now the whole world is engulfed with 304 culture. Older women, younger women, you better snap out of it. For many of the older women, it's too late. And I've seen the end of the road for some of these older women who were quote unquote bad bees in their days, 304s, and I watched them die alone. I had a family member who was a so-called bad bee in her day, 304. Well-known 304. She died alone. I saw the end of the road for her. And let me tell you, family, it was not pretty. It was ugly and painful. I used to feel so sorry for her, going over to her house to take out her trash. Where was her man at? Where was her husband at? She didn't have one, although she had many men. She had other women's men. She had many men. But at the end of the road, after all the 304, after all the leading with your gluteus maximus and your breast and your sexual ability, after all of that, where's it going to end you up at? You're going to die alone. Are you ready for that? You older women out there, you younger women out there, because the majority of you out there are engaging in 304 culture. Are you ready for that? If not, my advice to all of the women out there who are living the life of a 304, repent, sisters. You young 304s and you old 304s. Repent. Turn to the God of the Old Testament, not Jesus, not Yeshua. Jesus is perfectly okay with you being a 304. That's why most of you 304s are Christians. Turn to the God of the Old Testament, Yahweh. If you don't know who he is, subscribe to this channel and we got men and women who will help you understand. All praises to the Most High God and him alone. Women, you must repent of your 304 lifestyle. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out the links in the description. I'm out.